What ignited this flame for Jason Witten?
Well, I think things didn't work out exactly as planned with ESPN, so I'm sure that was part of his thinking. And then I think mostly he just missed the game, missed playing football, and somebody's going to pay you $3.5 million and up to $5 million to play 25 snaps a game. To play the game that you love and do what you love to do, why not? Why not go try it again? So they're going to find out what kind of shape he's in. I talked to all the Cowboys officials here in Indy last night, and they'll find out what kind of shape he's in as the spring goes on. He obviously hasn't played in a year, hasn't been in football shape, hasn't kept in football shape. You just can't do that doing other things. And so it's going to take him a while to get up to speed. And, of course, he knows the playbook and all those sorts of things. But just getting back into game shape and football shape will be the biggest thing for him this spring. And then they'll assess where he is and see if he can help. The biggest thing may be him helping in the locker room from a leadership standpoint.
Yeah, it was Charean last year when this question was posed to Jason. It was, I'm not a Cowboy anymore. I'm now I'm in broadcasting. No, I won't be coming back. He kind of shut that door, and then all of a sudden that door opened again.
Yeah.
Was this possibly talked with Jason Garrett, this offseason about possibly returning? I'm just trying to figure out from a Cowboys perspective on why they would bring Jason Witten back, who'll be 37 years old, I think, if he takes a snap this season.
Well, I do think leadership plays a big part in that, a big role in that, and they thought Dak and Zeke did a pretty good job in the leadership role last season, but they haven't played as long as Jason Witten has played. They have Sean Lee on the other side of the football, and they want to reduce his contract and bring him back for the same reason, and both of those guys likely won't be starters. I guess Jason could be a starter, but playing 25 snaps, you're certainly not a full-time starter in this league when you only play that percentage of the snaps, which is probably going to be somewhere like Antonio Gates, 36%, something like that of the snaps. But from a leadership standpoint, and they weren't that great at the tight end position either, and so I think they think he can help those young tight ends. Blake Jarwin came on obviously in that regular season finale against Philadelphia and played great, but that was one game. They need him to do it on a consistent basis over the long term, and so they think Jason can help those young tight ends develop.
You can reach her at NFL Charean on Twitter. Charean Williams, a Pro Football Talk and Hall of Famer. I like to throw that out there. But Charean, I need to figure this out. Could this signing, and this is my theory right here, Charean, you ready for it? Could this signing of Jason Witten, or coming out of retirement, could this have anything to do with the new offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, who will be, basically putting his stamp on this offense, no longer Scott Linehan there? But could people look at this signing as maybe another leader in the clubhouse for this team to lean on to get this offensive coordinator and Kellen Moore, another guy that he can kind of lean on to get everything out to the players?
Yeah, I think that's probably a part of it too. And I'll say this, they're probably going to lose Cole Beasley, who was kind of the safety net underneath on third down. And so Jason can be that guy possibly and take some of those snaps that Cole Beasley would have taken last year, and he's not going to be around anymore. I mean, they'd like to keep him, but you can't keep everybody. He's a free agent. He's probably going to get more money elsewhere, and they'll work Alan Hearns in there, but I think they still trust probably Witten more than they trust Hearns to go get open on some of those short routes on third down. And so I think that's a big part of it too. But you're right. He's played with Kellen. He knows Kellen can relay Kellen's message in the locker room. And I think that's important and help those guys figure out what Kellen wants. So yeah, I do think that's a big part of it. Now I'll say this too. I don't think that them signing Jason Witten, re-signing Jason Witten, will preclude them from drafting a tight end. I think it's still possible that they could draft a young tight end. And again, it would be great for Witten to be able to develop those guys.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.